I've got my MFT table set up perfectly. I have the guide track and the back fence perfectly square to each other within 0.02 of an inch over the entire length. And I got there using Woodpeckers MFT layout and assembly square. Today on Woodpeckers Deep Dive, I'm going to show you exactly how we got here. All right, let's get started. Woodpeckers MFT layout and assembly square is ideally suited for setting up Festool's MFT table. It is a full 3/4 of an inch thick, made out of solid phenolic. Absolutely stable, doesn't change with temperature or humidity. Very, very square, milled to the same tolerances as our precision layout squares. And I'm going to go through the process today of setting up my MFT for cross-cutting so I can show you exactly where the MFT layout and assembly square fits into the story. First thing we need to do is we need to put the guide rail on here. And that has preset settings. I'm going to show you how to fix those if yours ever get out of alignment. So there are two of these fixtures. They look very, very similar. One has a hinge in it and this one does not. And that is for the operator side of the table. There's a stop right here set at the factory by Festool. We're going to come up to that and lock that one with it against the stop. That's step one. So this is the hinge side that has the guide rail on it. We are going to slide that in same way. And that will go down and hit the stop on this side. Now those factory stops are usually pretty good. I'm going to show you how to check them and make sure that not only is the rail straight, but it's square to our MFT table. I'm going to take my MFT square, I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to drop these two index pins into a couple of holes, and I am perfectly against my fence. So we know that our factory stops on the sides are calibrated to the holes in the table. Not necessary, but really nice to have because it gives you some other cutting options. Now the next thing we need to do is add our protractor head. And in a similar fashion, that's going to slide on. We're going to bring that down relatively close to our fence and lock it up. Need this out of the way for right now. The back fence, we're going to slide this on, and that goes underneath the rail. And we don't want this. We don't want that to come past there because that's our cut line, right? So we don't want our fence past that, so we're going to tuck that, a 1/4 to 1/2 inch underneath there. And then here's the lock for that. Now that raises the track up, just enough to get above this, about 3/8 of an inch. So we're going to make that level. And this is why it's so nice to have the MFT square with that full 3/4 inch thickness. Now that we have the fence installed, we're going to put our index pins back in place. And now we want to align the back fence so that it's perfectly on the square. So according to Festool, the way to do this is to loosen the protractor there and also here, which is the positive stop. Now we want to get the back fence tight against our square. When our indicator pin is at 0, then we're going to lock the protractor and lock the indicator pin. Now I'm going to check that with a feeler gauge and see if we're close. We're in really good shape. Just one more piece, and that is a little stop that goes on the end to prevent the back fence from moving around on us. We're going to slide that in. Shoulder goes inside the rabbet, lock it down, and we're all good to go. So that's how you get your MFT set up for crosscuts using the guide rail. Woodpeckers 1812 Precision Square shows us that we are spot on. Now, setting up your MFT for perfectly square cuts is not the only job of the MFT layout and assembly square. Let's look at the assembly part. So the MFT assembly square has cutouts on two sides, and those work really well if you want to use this as an assembly square. I'm going to bring up a track clamp. Now that gives us a perfect 90-degree reference to our tabletop. So let's just say we have something enormous like this Paduke 4x6 that we need to work on perfectly vertical. On this little table, we can put that right in there like that, take our track clamp, put it in, and now we can do anything we need to do to that, and it's going to stay perfectly vertical to our table surface. So, great for assembly as well as setting up your MFT table. Folks, thanks so much for watching our deep dive on the MFT layout and assembly square. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, be sure and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you know about every one of our great videos right when they come out. Now, if you're interested in getting an MFT square, there's a link to the sales video right here, and down in the description, there's a link right to the sales page. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Woodpeckers Deep Dive.